Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be making a Diwali favorite, and this one is for curry chana and aloo, and I've hidden some eggplant in here. So if you guys would like to see this, keep watching. Today's episode is being sponsored by bedessee West Indian Supermarket in Lauderhill, Florida. Here you can find all items Caribbean. So to start this recipe, we're going to start with our dried chana or chickpea. We need to rehydrate this. So we're going to be adding enough water to cover, and we're going to allow it to soak overnight. I also like adding in some baking powder. It helps it when it's time to cook. It cooks faster. So just mix that in, and once it soaks, this is what it would look like. Now you want to give this a good wash. And next we're going to season it with some salt and green seasoning. Seasoning is totally optional. You all can omit this part, add the seasoning to the curry. It's totally up to you. So give that a mix and set it aside. Now to a pot on medium heat, we're going to add in oil. And to the oil I like to go in with some whole cumin seeds or geera seeds, and some methi or fenugreek seeds. We're going to allow those to toast until they're brown, and then add in a few curry leaves. If you don't have curry leaves, you can omit it. Next, I'm going to go in with chopped onions and pimento peppers, and we're going to saute that until it's translucent. Now, we're going to go in with minced garlic. I like the onions to get a little brown before I add in my garlic. So add in the garlic, give it a mix, and allow it to cook until the garlic is tender or until it starts to turn a light brown color. Now you'd want to drop your heat to low after this happens, because we're going to go in with our curry. So I actually use 3 tablespoons of curry here. You'll see me go in with 2, but later on I went in with an additional 1 because 2 I realized would not have been enough. So we're going to toast the curry until it feels grainy. This would take about 1 minute. And make sure your heat must be on a low for this. We don't want to burn the curry. Now we're going to add in water to help that curry cook. So add in the water, give it a mix, and allow this to cook until it turns into a thick paste. As it cooks and it turns into a thick paste, the oils would start separating, and that's what you want. All of that liquid that we added in would dry out, and then you would see the oils start separating like you see here. So I'm just going to give that a mix. And now we're going to add in our seasoned chickpea or chana. Now if you didn't season your chickpea, at this point is where you would add in your salt and your green seasoning and give it a mix. We're going to allow this to bunge down, which means all of that liquid that you see in the pot needs to dry out. I'm going to go in with my eggplant at this time and give it a mix. Now you'll see most of the liquid has been reduced. It's no longer there. It still needs a little more drying out. Let it continue to cook down. Let all of that liquid in there dry down. You would see it starting to stick to the bottom of the pot. That's what you call bunging. You're adding additional flavor by doing this step. So once this happens, next we're going to add enough water to cover this. Give it a mix, and we're going to bring this up to a simmer. You want to cook this on a medium-low heat. The eggplant is going to cook and it's going to totally dissolve into the chana. You're not going to see it. In this way you can get your kids to eat an extra veggie. So as it continues to cook, you want to give it a good mix. And if you think that the chana grains are really hard and your liquid is drying down, go in with some additional hot water to help it cook. And allow it to continue to cook. Now you're going to cook this until the grains just start to turn tender. You don't want it to get very, very soft yet. So I'm going to press into one so you can see. You see it still feels firm and you can tell it's getting tender. Now at this time you're going to add in your potato. The reason why we didn't add the potato at the beginning is because the potato would cook and it would totally dissolve into the chana. You wouldn't see it. It will break down too much. So I like to see chunks of potato, so I always add it at this point. Now at this time it has about 10 more minutes of cooking. After the potatoes are tender, it's ready for the next ingredient. We have one more ingredient to add. So I'm just going to check the potato. Make sure it's tender. So once your potatoes are tender, now we're going to finish with the main ingredient, some roasted geera powder or roasted cumin powder. You guys know how wedding food tastes, or when you go to a prayers, how that food has that special taste. Finishing with the geera is such an important part when you're cooking these types of food. So you're going to add that in, give it a mix. Now you would want to taste and adjust your salt, and then this is ready to be served. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. If you make it, comment down below, let me know what you think. Do check out the rest of my Diwali recipes, including all of my sweets. If you have any questions to me, feel free to email me. I'll answer every email I get. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.